Welcome back to Shockley Radio here on Puffamania. This is Ace the Kid Hagen bringing Monday Night Raw to you. Monday Night Raw this week starts off with the Kings of Kings and the COO of the WWE, Triple H, with him getting interrupted by the Beast Kingslayer, Seth freaking Rollins. The two then shake hands. Seth now goes on gloating about his belt and thanking Triple H. Triple H would then expand what Seth Rollins has accomplished and warning Seth that he has a lot on his shoulders. Triple H has gone on by selling the number one contenders fight for Seth at Money in the Bank. Samoa Joe then interrupts. He goes on saying that he wants another belt on his shoulders. Joe would then be interrupted by Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio says that he will take the belt as well as many contenders as it takes. The Scottish psychopath Drew McIntyre comes out and he says that he doesn't give a damn about no one and that it is his time. But things are now getting awesome and the most must-see because the A-lister, The Miz, comes out and says he has an eye on the belt and that he's going to take it and make it the most must-see match between Seth and The Miz, as everything was going good. Everyone's favorite son, Baron Corbin's music hits, and he claims that he is the most deserving to compete for that belt and gloating about his win over Kurt Angle at WrestleMania. Now the house is full because AJ Styles is in the ring and straight up tells Corbin to start shutting up and claims that he will take the belt and make it phenomenal. Seth then steps in and says that he is ready and reminds everyone that he is Seth freaking Rollins and that he will burn it down no matter who it is. Fading into the three-way dance for a chance to be in the main event of Raw to get a spot for a number one contendership match, WWE Universal Championship match at Money in the Bank. The first three-way dance consists of Rey Mysterio, Samoa Joe, and AJ Styles. As the bell rang, AJ Styles clears the ring to be one-on-one with Rey Mysterio. Styles would be controlling Rey for a while until Joe tried to get back into the ring, but Styles gave Joe a running knee to knock him outside the ring. He gives Rey a stunning backbreaker. The match breaks outside the ring. AJ kicks Rey with a Pele kick, throws Rey back into the ring. Styles then tries to give a Styles clash to Rey, but Rey counters and Joe comes back into the ring. Almost throws Rey to the first row and gives Styles a killer STO. Joe gets a pin, but it wasn't even a one. Styles spills outside the ring. Rey comes back in and goes to the top rope. Joe kicks him down and Joe picks Rey right back up. Rey then counters and gets a killer neck breaker. Gets a near fall over Joe with a huge momentum. Rey sends Styles outside the ring again due to a Hurricanrana from Rey. Now Rey is fired up and gives a nice DDT to Joe and knocks Joe out. Rey sets up a 619. Joe counters, gives the coquina clutch to Rey. AJ Styles comes back into the ring, breaks the hold. Styles puts Joe in a calf crusher and then gives a Pele kick to Joe. Rey goes up to the top, gets caught by Styles, put it in the Styles clash. Then Styles puts Rey Mysterio into the Styles clash over Samoa Joe, gets to 1, 2, 3. AJ Styles is going to the main event of Raw tonight for the spot to get into the number one contenders to fight Seth Rollins at Money in the Bank. Who is he going to face later on tonight? Will it be Corbin, The Miz, or Drew McIntyre? Into the women's match, Billie Kay, one half of the women's tag team champions versus the Feel the Glow, Naomi. This was a rather quick match as Peyton tried to interfere, but Naomi used Billie as a weapon to get rid of Peyton. Naomi did a roll-up, got the W. To our second three-way dance for a chance to be in the main event of Monday Night Raw against AJ Styles to get a spot for a number one contendership for the Universal Championship match at Money in the Bank. This match was featured The Miz, Corbin, and Drew McIntyre. Corbin and Drew used their alliance on The Miz. Drew and Corbin go one-on-one, and Drew took Corbin out with the big boot. Corbin goes running to The Miz. Miz ducks, and Corbin goes into the corner. Now The Miz is fired up and does a double running knee to both Corbin and Drew. Miz jumps off the rope and lays out Drew and Corbin. Drew gets up, lays out The Miz with a claymore, brings Miz to the top turnbuckle. Corbin runs down to Drew. Drew moves, Corbin then hits the corner. Miz takes one to the knockers. Drew gets up and gives The Miz chops to the chest. Corbin gets up and runs to the corner, where Drew is beating up The Miz and gives a double power bomb. Drew and Corbin spill outside the ring and start duking it out. Miz jumps off the top rope to the outside. Drew sends Corbin through the barricade. Miz has a figure four on Drew, but Drew poked Miz in the eye. Drew then rolls out. Corbin gets in the ring and gives a killer deep six to The Miz. Then Miz rolls out. Corbin does as well and tries to do a running brawn, but The Miz moved and Corbin goes into the steps. Miz does a roll up and Drew kicks out. Corbin gets in and kicked with the Claymore, spilled outside the ring. Another Claymore given to The Miz. As Drew goes for the cover, Corbin goes in, throws Drew McIntyre out of the ring, and steals Drew McIntyre's win from Drew McIntyre. Now, the main event is set for Raw. It will be Corbin versus AJ Styles in a number one contenders match to face Seth freaking Rollins at Money in the Bank. AJ would then go on to promote himself to win the belt, and then he's going to make it phenomenal. His music, well, it wouldn't be his music. It was Sami Zayn's music that would hit. Sami Zayn was now in the ring, and he was ranting about how happy he was away from the WWE and how depressed WWE is making him and is blaming us, the WWE Universe, and telling us to go to hell. Well, screw you, Sami Zayn. You go to hell. I wasn't even judging you. On to Cedric Alexander versus Cesaro. Cesaro is dominant over Cedric Alexander in this match. Cedric builds momentum, drops Cesaro to the mat, throws Cesaro into the corner. Cedric jumps off the rope. Cesaro catches him mid-air, tries to give a monster suplex, but Cedric escapes. Cesaro gives an elbow. Cedric answers back by giving a kick to Cesaro and knocks Cesaro outside. Cedric then delivers a diving suicide dive to Cesaro. Cedric then rolls back into the ring. Cedric goes up on top of the rope, jumps on Cesaro, giving a stunning uppercut in mid-air to Cedric for a cover of 1, 2, 3. Cesaro for the W. To what was supposed to be a tag match between the Viking Raiders and the Lucha House Party. The Viking Raiders destroy the House Party before the match even started. Viking Raiders give a triple powerbomb and the killer Viking Experience laying the Lucha's House Party out. Becky 2 belts versus Alicia Fox. Becky first came into the ring spewing on how she is the man and how she beat Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania. But she then got interrupted by the fashionable Southern Belle, Lacey Evans, with Lacey saying she is going to show the world that the lady will always have control of the man, and that the title is going to be coming to her at Money in the Bank. Becky would then respond saying how she will rip the head off of Lacey Evans, and that she will walk out Becky 2 belts at Money in the Bank. The match goes on with Fox being Foxy tonight, controlling the man, bringing the action outside the ring, giving Becky a big spinning kick to Becky. Fox then throws Becky into the ring, goes for a pin, kicks out at a close 3. Fox is still in control of the man and isn't letting Becky get a move in. Fox gets dumped outside by Becky, and Becky rolls back in and gives a disarmer to Fox. Foxy taps. And out like a lady goes Becky when Lacey Evans comes back at the end of the match, giving 2 hard woman rights to Becky. Lacey walks away, standing strong over the man, Becky Lynch. On to Ricochet versus Bobby Roode. Robert Roode, as his persona changed. Ricochet controlled the match. Ricochet outsmarts Robert Roode. Robert Roode took control over a commercial break and doing what Chad Gable taught him to do, and that was mat wrestle. Ricochet goes up and gets a frog splash, then a standing shooting star. He gets a roll up on Robert Roode, and Roode counters into a powerful spine buster. Going for a glorious DDT, Ricochet moves and goes up top. Robert moves, ending the match with the glorious DDT. The fireflies are heavy. Chills are in the air. Fog is dense. The buzzards rise. And it's none other than Bray. Bray is back, but is in a new creepy Pee Wee Herman type of thing going on. In a new Firefly Fun House. I literally have no comment whatsoever for this. I'm going to move on to the main event, where the winner goes to Money in the Bank to face Seth Rollins for the Universal title. AJ Styles versus Corbin. Number 1 contenders match. Match starts out. Corbin showing who is more dominant between the two. Corbin's clobbering on AJ. AJ gets momentum and sends Corbin over the ropes. Styles tries to jump off the top rope, but Corbin moves and sends AJ over the barricade. AJ gets up and tries to jump, but hesitates, and Corbin takes advantage and picks AJ up and slams him down on the outside on the cold and unforgiving floor. Match goes on, back into the ring, and Corbin gives a deep six. AJ kicks out at a near fall. Corbin brings AJ to the top turnbuckle. AJ slips under Corbin and drops Corbin down to his knees. AJ's fired up and unleashing strikes and gets 2 rolled pins. Corbin kicks out of both, and the last one almost with the Styles clasp, but ending up giving a slight taste of the Pele kick. Then Corbin gives another killer deep six with AJ kicking out at a near fall again. Corbin gets put in a calf crusher and breaks out by almost tapping out. Corbin to the top rope. Styles knocks Corbin, stunning him off the top rope, ending up in a phenomenal forearm. 1, 2, 3. Styles is going to Money in the Bank against Seth Rollins for the first time ever for the WWE Universal Championship. Burn it down! Seth Rollins comes out after the match. Styles and Rollins have a stare down in the middle of the ring. Seth extends his hand and AJ shakes the champ's hands. Rollins, Styles, for the Universal title. 4 weeks, Money in the Bank. I rate Monday Night Raw 8 out of 10 with a high lead off the WWE shakeup. Really hope WWE keeps up with this ball and gives the viewers more of that Raw action. That's all the time Ace Kid Hagen has for you guys here. I hope you all enjoyed my Raw recap. I hope you all join me next week for our Raw recap. This is Ace Kid Hagen signing out. Remember to join us. Same Puff time, same Puff channel. Good night.